long time ago in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, there lived a man named Yasin. He was newly married to his wife Leyla, and they were a happy couple. After their honeymoon ended, their life became normal like any other family. Yasin went back to his work, and Leyla stayed at home taking care of the house. Yasin worked in import and export, which made him very busy. One day, Leyla became upset because her husband was hardly ever home. While they were having lunch, she asked him why he didn't spend time with her anymore. Yasin explained that his job was very demanding. If he missed any orders, he could lose important clients. Leyla asked if she could help him in his business, but Yasin refused and told her to stay home while he handled the work. This made Leyla angry. She said hurtful things like, "You are not a real man, maybe you are hiding something from me." Her words upset Yasin. Without replying, he stood up and left the house. After some time, Yasin returned. He was no longer angry, and Leyla had calmed down as well. She felt guilty for being rude, so she apologized and cooked him a nice meal. That day, things went back to normal and the couple was happy again. Later, Leyla asked Yasin if they could go on a holiday for 2 weeks. Finally, the day came. They packed their car and drove to the desert. When they arrived, Yasin began setting up the tent, while Leyla started preparing food. Both were busy with their tasks. Suddenly, while cooking, something strange happened to Leyla. She felt frozen, unable to move, scream, or fight. It was as if something invisible had kidnapped her. After finishing the tent, Yasin called out to Leyla, but she didn't answer. He called again and again, but there was no reply. He ran to check on her, but she was nowhere to be found. He searched everywhere around the desert, but there were no footprints, no signs, nothing at all. It was as if she had disappeared into thin air. Shocked and terrified, Yasin rushed back to his car and drove to the police station. His clothes, hair, and shoes were full of sand, and he was sweating with fear. He explained everything to the officers. The police went with Yasin to the desert. They searched the area carefully, looking for traces of Leyla, but found nothing. They called out her name again and again, but there was no answer. After hours of searching, they returned to the station. The police registered her as a missing person and asked Yasin for photos of his wife. They told him, "Go home, Yasin. We will continue the search and let you know if we find anything." After Leyla disappeared, Yasin called her parents to tell them what had happened. Her father became very angry. He shouted at Yasin, "Where is my daughter? You can't take care of her. You are not responsible." Yasin felt very sad, worried, and tired. He went to Leyla's family to ask for help in finding her, but instead of helping, the family turned against him. They accused him of killing Leyla. Her brothers even tried to fight him in anger. Yasin was deeply disappointed. He loved his wife and was desperate to find her, but now everyone believed he was guilty. Leyla's father even went to the police and told them he suspected Yasin of murdering his daughter. The police also began to suspect him. They said, "When you came to the station, your clothes, hair, and shoes were covered in sand. Maybe you killed her and tried to hide it." Both the police and the family thought Yasin was guilty. Poor Yasin was broken. He was worried for his wife, and now his life was also in danger. Leyla's brothers were looking for him to hurt him. He went back home, exhausted and hopeless. He didn't tell his father anything, because his father had high blood pressure and Yasin didn't want to make him sick with worry. Instead, Yasin prayed to Allah and went to sleep. That night, he had a strange dream. In the dream, he saw a black dog and a white dog. They spoke to him and told him to follow. After a while, the two dogs separated in different directions. The white dog said, "Follow me." Yasin followed the white dog and reached a strange place. There, he saw many animals. But these animals were talking and changing into different shapes. Yasin was scared and could not speak. Suddenly, one animal changed into a huge man with a deep voice. He said to the others, "What is this man doing here?" Another, even bigger than him, shouted, "You stole his wife." Then the biggest of all stood up and said, "If any of us took his wife, she must be returned. And you," pointing at Yasin, "when you get your wife back, make sure you never return here, and never look back." Yasin woke up immediately. Shaken but hopeful, he prayed to Allah again. Then, just as in his dream, he saw the black and white dogs. He followed the same signs, and by Allah's will, he found his wife Leyla. She was weak and very tired, but alive. He rushed her to the hospital, but there he also fainted from exhaustion. After some time, both of them recovered. Layla's family came to the hospital, but Yasin could not forget how they had accused him. When things returned to normal, Yasin decided to divorce Leyla. He returned her safely to her family and told them, "When I most needed your support, you accused me of murder. I cannot trust you anymore. Here is your daughter, safe and alive. Goodbye."